What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? So a couple days ago, I tweeted, send me a picture of your fantasy basketball team and how many teams are in the league, and I'll be reacting / grading to your teams in a SROS channel vid. Thinking I'll get about 150 replies, 200 at most. Not over 840 replies, so this video might be a long one. So I'm going to pretty much quickly go over everybody that sent me a team, and I'm going to look at it in a category mindset. So I'm going to look at your team, assess how many teams are in the league, and tell you one thing maybe you're fine at, or like you don't need to worry about. Like you might have a really good three-point shooting team, but hey, you could lack rebounding in your lineup. So I'm just going to go off those categories like field goal percent, free throw percent, 3 points made, assists, points, steals, blocks, rebounds, and double-doubles. Also, if I don't get to your team, I really apologize. I don't think I'll be able to do 847 different reactions here, but I'm going to try to do as many as I can, and drop a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying the videos, and if you maybe want updates on my fantasy basketball team. I uploaded my draft on my main channel the other day. So I guess without further ado, we can get into this. So, Henry's the first team that comes up under here. He's got Luka, Beal, Leonard, Sabonis, and Gobert. I almost had Sabonis. On my team, I have Luka and Kawhi. Gobert, McCollum, Brown, Gallo, Capella, and Dinwiddie. This is a 10-man league, and he has Kemba and Triple J in the reserves, as well as Mitchell Robinson and Evan Fournier. Honestly, looks like a good team. You can maybe, I was going to say upgrade your rebounding, but you're going to get rebounds out of Luka. Like, being able to get a guard that can average 7 rebounds is huge, and a center that can average at least 5 assists. Absolutely massive. So, I think your team's actually pretty well balanced, man. I think it's pretty good, especially if you have Kemba and Triple J on the bench. You have a good squad. Carter Hickman, there's 7 people. I think it's pretty good. So, I guess it's an 8-man league, and this is 7 out of 8. I would just be weary on a couple guys like with injuries like Wall, Hayward, and Griffin, but I don't think it should be too bad. I was going to say look to upgrade your rebounding, but you have Drummond and Luka, basically 2 guys that can put up 3 or 4 guy rebounds, and you have DeAndre Ayton. Maybe 3 points. Yeah, you could look to upgrade 3 points because, or 3 points made, because Luka not the greatest 3-point shooter. I mean, Shane and Kawhi you'll get a little bit out of. Hayward and Brown, yes. Fox, no. Maybe 3-point shooting, but doesn't look too bad, man. And then your bench was, let's see, it was Kristaps. Oh, so you're gonna have Kristaps back. Yeah, you have a good team. Manny, let's see what he got. This, I believe, is Yahoo. So he's got LeBron, Caruso, Trey, KD, Kristaps, Hero, Harrell, and Love. Okay, starting Caruso's weird, but you have KD, Trey Young, and LeBron. Yeah, and you have Ben Simmons and John Moran. I'm guessing this is an 8-man league. I think this is a 10-man league. I don't know who you were drafting with, but it looks fairly good for an 8-man league. I feel like if you have any 8 or even 6-man leagues, your team is going to be so good. So he's got Morant, Murray, Tatum, Harrell, Embiid, Fox, Siakam, Harris, VanVleet, and Whiteside. I guess you're going to start Giannis instead of Whiteside, and you have Giannis as well. Yeah, I would not even play Whiteside any minutes in a 6-man league. I would probably drop him. I don't think he's even going to be valuable at all in a 6-man league, but yeah, you have a 6-man league, your team's going to be good, hopefully. If your team's not looking OP in a 6-man league, you did something wrong. Next up, we got Daniel. He's got Luka, Malik Beasley, TJ Warren, Holmes, Embiid, Irving, Bogey, Vucevic, Russell, and Fox. You have a lot of good point guards. You got Luka, Kyrie, Russell, and Fox. Now, I don't know if Holmes, I would maybe look to move one of those point guards and try to upgrade like your power forward or small forward. Or even shooting guard. Maybe Warren will be fine. But Warren will probably be the 3rd highest scorer on that team this year behind Oladipo, Sabonis, and Brogdon. I would maybe look at trade for one of your point guards. But it looks good, man. Looks good. First time doing it, and there's like 10 people. So he's got Kyrie, Brown, Brooks, okay, Giannis, Kristaps. So Kristaps will be hurt. LaMelo, seen a lot of LaMelos. Or actually, wait, no. That might be the first LaMelo. Maybe I saw Lonzo before. Whoa, you have a lot of rookies. Okay. I think 1,000% I would start DiVincenzo over Toppin and LaMelo. Edwards, maybe not, but I would start DiVincenzo over one of those guys immediately. Obviously, Kristaps will be hurt, so you'll probably have to play Lopez or Zubac, whoever you prefer. But it looks good, but I would just be a little wary on the amount of rookies you have. Like, I don't think LaMelo and Obi are going to be all that good in fantasy right away. Next up, we have a 12-man league. You got Lillard, DeRozan, Sexton, George, Siakam, Warren, Rocco, Love, Rose, and LaMelo. Okay, definitely you could look to upgrade 3-point shooting. Like, you got George and Lillard, who are great. Then you have Sexton, who will hit a 3, and Siakam, but not a lot of 3-point shooting. I mean, and rebounds as well. You could definitely look to upgrade rebounds. Why is Covington center eligible? That doesn't make any sense. But you're looking to trade Warren and Tristan Thompson for Wall and Horford. Yeah, I would definitely start Edwards over LaMelo. I think just right away that would be a move. 10-team Triple J is on the IR, so this is Trey Brown, Ingram, Davis, Valanciunas, Wall, and Sexton. That's pretty good. Obviously, with Triple J in, you can maybe play him at center and take out Valanciunas, and I would like that a lot. But I guess the one thing you can look to upgrade is, I was going to say rebounds, but you got Davis and Valanciunas. You're going to get assists out of Ingram, Davis, Trae Young, and John Wall. Sexton not as much. Honestly, looks pretty solid. I would maybe look to, I don't know. I think RJ is going to be pretty good in fantasy this year. Maybe even better than Sexton or Wall. But not bad. Maybe look, no, not bad at all. Not bad. 10-man league, KP is off the screen on IR. So, Mega Dude has Simmons, Mitchell, Brown, Collins, Towns, Graham, Bagley. I was about to say, maybe you need to upgrade your rebounding, but you have Simmons at point guard, and you have Drummond. That's like a massive. If you can get Simmons, Luka, or LeBron being your point guard, depending what league you're in, for at least LeBron, I don't know if he's small forward or point guard eligible, like you're already getting massive output because those three guys are giving you points, rebounds, and assists, which is huge from one guy. I would say, your bench is all right. Well, KP coming in, I would probably put him in for Marvin Bagley, and you'll have Kemba healthy. Yeah, healthy, man, your team's good. Your team's pretty good. I wouldn't say there's a lot of criticism there. Team Z strong. We got Luka, Murray, Leonard, Collins, Drummond, Levine, Bogey, Valanciunas, Graham, and Markin off the bench. So you're going to get your assists out of Luka, Kawhi, Murray, Devontae Graham. I would obviously play Jaren Jackson Jr. when he's healthy over Markkanen. Probably, or maybe even put Jaren Jackson Jr. over Bogey and keep Markkanen in. But either way, it's a good team because you're getting your passing out of a bunch of guys I mentioned. You're getting rebounding out of Drummond and Luka. I mean, outside of those guys, you'll still get rebounds out of Kawhi, Collins, and Valanciunas. Now, three-pointers, you'll get Murray, Luka, Kawhi, Levine. Yeah, your team's a good three-point shooting team. Looks pretty well-rounded, man. Nana, let's see what he's got here. So his is a 10-team league. And he's got Russ, Levine, Giannis, Kristaps, Towns, Irving, Hayward. I love Hayward this year in fantasy. I think he's going to be really valuable. Or, not valuable, but pretty good. I think he'll be probably the best Hornet, him and Terry Rozier. But this team is so good for how many? 10 teams? Because you have Sabonis. Dude, start Sabonis. Well, I don't know what you're going to do with Shea. Like, obviously, you'd want to start Shea. I would start Shea 100% over Colin Sexton and start Sabonis over Gordon Hayward. Or Kristaps, obviously. But, yeah, this team looks pretty stacked. How did you get... Wait, so... No way this is 10 teams. Who's in your draft? I just did a 10-team league, and you got Giannis in round 1, Towns in round 2, Irving in round 3, Sabonis in round 4, Shea in round 5. That's really good. I don't know who's drafted in your league, man. So, yeah, I guess LeBron and ESPN small forward, but Ian's got Ja, Brogdon, LeBron, Adebayo, and Embiid. How'd you get... I guess Ja fell into the 3rd round? Damn. But I like your team a lot, especially Michael Porter Jr. off the bench. I think he's actually going to be... He'll probably be the 3rd highest scorer on the Nuggets, but I think he'll be a very valuable fantasy player, like over Christian Wood. So I'd probably start him there. Now, I believe the game, the Thunder Rockets game has been canceled for tonight, which is pretty crazy. So we'll see kind of how you go about that. But it looks good. You're getting your 3-point shooting. Actually, no. You need to upgrade 3-point shooting. I definitely just realized that. I would look to maybe make a trade to get some 3-point shooting. I don't know if that means maybe moving. Well, I guess you could put Bojan in your starting lineup, and that could help a little bit. 14-person league, I picked 2, so you took Giannis 2nd overall. You're getting your shooting out of Ingram, Lou Will. Giannis will hit 3 or 2 a game. You have Barrett, Hayward. Your shooting's not bad, but you could definitely look to upgrade your shooting. Rebounds, you're getting a decent amount out of Giannis and Aiden. We'll see how Wiseman does. I would maybe look to upgrade, assist-wise. No, it doesn't look too bad. I would maybe look to upgrade rebounds and assists, just maybe like flirting with those trades. 10-team league from Pablo here. Let's see what he's got. So he's got Luka, Mitchell, Warren, Wood, Embiid, LaMelo. Not a fan of starting LaMelo. I would 1,000% try to just put Edwards or Rubio there and then take out one of the utilities and put in Bojan instead of LaMelo. I don't think LaMelo is going to be starting worthy right away. 12-team league here from Keel. So he's got Lillard, Levine. You're going to get your 3-point shooting and scoring, field goal percentage, free throw percentage out of those guys. DeRozan, they make up for his threes. Middleton, he'll be efficient. Bam, Randall. Randall should be good in assists this year, the way he was playing in the preseason. So you should be getting decent amount of assists out of Randall, which is pretty huge from a forward spot. Harrell, and Serge Ibaka. And then I'm guessing, yeah, this is your bench. Ooh, interesting bench. I would say your bench is pretty weak. Even though I think Garland might not be as bad as people think in fantasy, but just having Denny and Rui might be able to risk you with THT. You have Rui on the IL, so I'm guessing you're going to drop THT for him, but I wouldn't, rely on two Wizards, those guys off the bench. So maybe look at trade to upgrade your bench or just look at your free agency pool. Took too many L's in the draft, but this team should be competitive. Trey, Booker, Warren, Collins. A lot of people have TJ Warren. I don't think he's going to be a great fantasy player this year. Maybe he's like the worst player in your starting lineup, but you got Terrence Ross in here. And DeLon Wright. I think Okoro might end up being better than Terrence. Will probably end up being better than Ross and Wright in fantasy. I mean, I love Collins, Gobert, Booker, and Young for you. And Harrell should be fine putting up fantasy numbers, and Sexton as well. Even Dinwiddie as the fourth option shouldn't be bad, but yeah. Maybe, you're going to have Jaren Jackson Jr. replacing Ross. And then you can have Okoro replace DeLon Wright somehow. Actually, just kidding. You wouldn't be able to do that. So maybe trade for a, I don't know. Actually, no. You could just bench DeLon Wright, put in Dinwiddie there, and then put in Okoro as your utility. So that's what I would do. So 2 10-man leagues and a 12-man league. I'll take a look at your 12-team league. So you got Trey Herter. A little risky to have the 2 Hawks, but 12-team league, okay. I think Josh Richardson should be the second highest scorer on the Mavs until KP gets back, so I kind of like him as a flyer for those weeks. Your team's pretty good. Once Jaren Jackson Jr. is back, you bench Whiteside. I would probably even start Porter over Whiteside. Or Melo. I just don't think Whiteside's that good. I wouldn't start LaMelo or Whiteside at least the start of the year. I probably wouldn't start Whiteside the whole year, and LaMelo not the start of the year. Even Toppin I wouldn't start the beginning of the year anyway. So Lemon Pepper Lou, 10-man league. He's got Toppin, Malik, and Rubio off the bench, so a couple T-Wolves there. You could definitely look to upgrade your 3-point shooting. Like, you're going to get it out of Hayward. You'll get maybe a 1 or 2 a game out of Turner, Oladipo, and Tatum, and McCollum, but I guess you lack a little bit with, like, Giannis, Gobert, Simmons, and no, maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking. Yeah. Rebounds, though, I mean, you do have Giannis and Gobert, Collins, because just Turner's not a great rebounder, but just keep an eye on your team. Looks good, man. 10-team league, so he's got Russell, Shea, Butler, Giannis, okay. And then, let's see, he's got Valanciunas, Richardson, Porter. I would probably start Miles Turner over Otto Porter because he's going to get you blocks, which I think is pretty valuable. If you can win that category, and he'll probably be one of the top 3 shot blockers in fantasy this year. So that's just a criticism I would leave. 18 league from Sabonis season. Do you have Sabonis? You do not have Sabonis. I would think Bobo not worth having a bench spot and wasting one on him. With Kemba out, you'll probably play Markkanen in there. But your team, it looks good. Like, you're going to get your shooting out of Young and Shea and Warren and Tatum. You could definitely look to upgrade your 3-point shooting because I don't think Fox will be too valuable. Porter Jr. probably not the most valuable. Same with, like, Nurkic. I don't think Turner will be the greatest 3-point shooter that you would rely on. So maybe look to upgrade 3-point shooting. Coochie Jordan. We got Steph. Hey, the first time I feel like I've seen Steph. Mitchell, George, Tatum, Robinson. I thought Robinson was actually going to come off the bench, but it looks like he is starting to start the year. You won't play Jaren Jackson Jr., but you could play Edwards or Okoro. You're going to get your assists out of Curry. Like, Tatum will maybe get a little bit, George, Mitchell, and obviously Lonzo. You can definitely look to upgrade rebounding. Oh, yeah, no. You definitely need to upgrade your rebounding, man. 100%, if you want to win that category. But it seems to look solid. I'm the GOAT, so he's got Ja, Butler, KD, Davis. What? How did you get KD and Davis? Oh, it's an 8-man league. Chris Paul, Oubre, Brown, Hayward, and Adams. Yeah, I would probably maybe think about starting Rose over Oubre. Besides that, it's an 8-man league. Your team should be pretty good. Jordan McLaughlin, Burner, shout out to you. So he's got Trey, McCollum, Brown, KD, Aiden, Russell, Brooks, Ball, Sexton, Bojan. I would probably start... you're going to have Jaren Jackson Jr. and KP back. And once they are back, I would obviously bench Dylan Brooks and LaMelo Ball. So your team's going to be really good when they are back. But I would probably start Carter Jr. over LaMelo. Maybe even Killian over LaMelo. Roto 12-man league. Let's see what you got. Mitchell Robinson, Stan. Looks fairly good. You may lack a little rebounds from your bigs, but you get help from Luka and Lonzo. 3-point shooting you'll get out of Bogey, Oladipo, a little bit out of Gordon, Ingram, Mitchell, and Luka. Passing you'll get it out of Luka, Lonzo. Maybe you can add another assist, somebody that can get you over 5 assists. Maybe look at that 10-man league from Daniel. So we got Luka, we got Mitchell, Hayward. A lot of people have Hayward, man, but I respect it. He's going to be probably the #1 usage guy on the Hornets, so I like it. And you probably got him in good value as well. So this is a 10-man league. You could probably look to upgrade rebounding a little bit because I think Wendell Carter Jr. might not be a lot to rely on, and you have him and Markkanen. So I guess you'll get one of the rebound guys, whoever balls out for Chicago that day. But you're going to get rebounds out of Luka, and Sabonis is a great rebounder. Maybe 3-point shooting, but you'll get it out of Bojan, Lou Will, Shea. I think Sabonis will hit a couple threes this year. Siakam, Hayward. No, it looks well rounded. Like you're definitely chilling in assists. I mean, with Shea, Luka, and Gordon Hayward. 10-man league from JD. Let's see what we got here. I would probably, well, you're going to probably start Sexton over Jaren Jackson Jr. regardless. But, looks good. You're going to get your free throws and a bunch of guys. Like, you have Harden and Butler, so you're going to win probably free throws every week. Lowry as well. I think Jaylen Brown's actually going to be really good in fantasy, and I don't know why ESPN had him going like 95th, or his ranking was 86 or something. So dumb. Hey, appreciate the support, Xander. So, I'm guessing in his last utility spot, I'll probably put in Rose. But yeah, you got, in a 10-man league, you got wait, how'd you get Lillard and Durant? You might have had the 10th pick, actually, so that could make sense. And then, wow, George fell to you? that's a steal. And Bam? Wow. Okay, so, I like your team a lot. I think, actually, your team's really good. With Jaren Jackson Jr. healthy, your team looks really good. Bench is Obi, Wendell Carter, Zubac, so you have a lot of bigs off your bench, Aiden, so... I mean, when KP comes back, Richardson's value will hurt a little bit. I don't think Ibaka is going to be the greatest fantasy guy, but he'll get you some blocks. You should be fine on rebounding with Davis and Drummond and even a little bit of Ibaka. But you do have a lot of guards. I mean, you could look at... I mean, block shots, you should be chilling with 80 and Ibaka. But still, I mean, maybe look for another big in your utility, but you have a bunch off the bench, so maybe look to start Wendell Carter Jr. instead of Graham. Could be an option, or Bledsoe. Brian's 10-man league here. Shout out to the league we're in. He started LaMelo, obviously. I would start Josh Richardson 100% over LaMelo Ball. And then when Jaren Jackson Jr. comes back, you can maybe play him over Josh Richardson or Evan Fournier. But yeah, I mean, like I love Sabonis and Oladipo. I think they're gonna both put up numbers this year. Kyrie and Giannis and Adebayo is obviously really good. And yeah, I think your team looks pretty good. You're going to get your rebounds out of these three right here. You should get a decent amount of three-point shooting out of this. Maybe block shots you might be lacking, but it doesn't look too bad. 10-man league here, video. So he's got Steph, Kawhi, Irving, Kristaps, McCollum, Wiseman, LaMelo. Oh, okay. We don't need to hear it. I mean, your team looks pretty good. It's kind of hard to assess it here, but I just wouldn't. I don't think LaMelo, a lot of you guys have LaMelo. I would not start him in the start of the year. I just wouldn't trust him right away because I don't think he's going to be efficient and he's going to have any usage enough where he's going to help you in points. Maybe he'll help you in assists, but that's pretty much it. I don't even think he'll help you in three-point shooting. So, 6-team league. Yeah, your team will look good, man. I would not start LaMelo. 1,000%. Bench LaMelo and probably bench John Wall. I'd probably put in... I would definitely put in Jaylen Brown and Michael Porter Jr. there. Maybe you could play Wall over Porter Jr., but start Jaylen Brown, dude. Bench LaMelo Ball. 8-man league. What website is this? Is this like CBS Sports? NBA.com? I'm not sure. He's got Russ, Sexton, D'Lo, LeBron, Simmons, and Siakam. So it's a 2-point guard league. Interesting. Fournier off the bench. Blake, Hield, Whiteside, and MPJ. So it's a 2-point guard league. Huh. I feel like your starting 5 should be better than this with the point guards. I don't know. D'Lo, I'm surprised not point guard eligible. And then maybe start Buddy Hield over Sexton. Maybe. 16-man league. Ooh, I like this. So it's pretty deep. You got Jaren Jackson Jr. off the bench. You could obviously play him for one of the rookies in the utility spot. But honestly, for 16 teams, you have Jokic, Ingram, and Ja. Looks pretty good. Obviously, you're forced to start Tice, so maybe just put in Jaren Jackson Jr. over Tice, and we'll see how Cole Anthony's volume is. You'd love to be in the vid. How you made it, man. 10-man league, your first ever. You got Trey, Drew, KD, Ingram, Nurkic, McCollum, Porter. Would not start LaMelo. I would start Edwards and over him. I would probably start Mason Plumlee because he'll get the minutes played. He'll get the minutes played. First one is a 10-man league. Second is a 12. I'll take a look at your 12-team league. I probably wouldn't make any rotational subs, but looks pretty good. You definitely need to upgrade in rebounding, man. Yeah, like Luka at point guard will help, but I would look to maybe trade for a rebounder. 12-team or 12-man dynasty. I already looked at a Brian team. Terry, let's see what he got. 8-team league, or 8-man league. Devin Booker, Harden, Rocco, Wood, Aiden, with DeRozan, Smart. Okay, I like having Smart and Mikal Bridges and Rocco, so you're gonna kill it in steals, man. There's a voice crack there. But I'd probably start DiVincenzo over Rocco if you could. Like, put DeRozan in the small forward and then put DiVincenzo there. Maybe even think about playing Chris Paul over Marcus Smart. But I like it, man. You'll do really well in steals. 19-team league, an odd team amount. Okay. I mean, quick glance, you're going to hurt a little bit in rebounding because Lopez and Robinson. But, you know what? I guess it will help. 3-point shooting. I mean, you'll get it out of Steph, Bielitsa, LeVert, Vucevic, a little bit out of LeBron, DiVincenzo, and Wiggins. It's really hard to assess a 19-team league. Like, obviously your team doesn't look good on paper, but I feel like all the teams are like that probably. And Jalen Smith, it's pretty cool. First time I've seen him. 6-person points league. You're taking the dub. I would not start Mitchell Robinson. I would start in Michael Porter Jr. or Lonzo over him, but looks good. 8 teams. You had the first pick. Who'd you take? You took Giannis. Yeah. I mean, I would start Jamal Murray over Hero. But either way, 8-team league looks really good, man. 10 teams. Shout out Evan. So I would, okay, so he's got Kemba on the IL, Mitchell, Fred VanVleet, so he should do good in free throws. Rebounding, you'll get it out of Davis. Maybe, okay, yeah, you could look for somebody to maybe get another assist guy. I don't know if Kemba's that, but if you can maybe move Kemba for like a De'Aaron Fox or someone in that sense, maybe get another guy that can get you a decent amount of assists, I would look at that. Just a dad 10-man league. Okay, that's the wrong photo, but let me just take a look at your bench. I would probably start Cousins over Obi Toppin if I could. If it looks like you can make it work, just move Wiggins to the forward spot. I just don't think Toppin's going to be a great fantasy player right away. So let's see. This man's first 10-man league. I would probably start who you have out now. You'll get steals out of Simmons and Rocco. You'll do great in that category. You could look at rebounds. You could look at, definitely looking at rebounds, upgrade there. But team looks solid. 10-man league, you got the first pick and you traded Giannis for Dame, Embiid, and Brandon Ingram. Wow, that's kind of robbery. I would so do that trade. That's a great offer. So I would maybe bench Tobias Harris for Aaron Gordon. Maybe not. I would actually probably bench Mitchell Robinson for Aaron Gordon. And that's the only critique I got with you. Killian, Patrick Williams, and Porzingis on the bench. So you'll be able to play Porzingis over Toppin when he comes back. I would be a little nervous of having Jeremy Grant, Wiseman, and Toppin in my starting lineup. This is a 10-man league. And, I mean, rebounding, you'll get a lot out of Jokic. And it'll get you assists as well. But yeah, I would just maybe look to upgrade one of the utility spots with just like someone better. So Simmons, Shea, Ingram, Randall. So you're gonna kill it in assist, man. You're gonna do with Jokic, Randall, Simmons, Shea, Fox. You're gonna kill it in assist. So maybe you could look to upgrade. I don't know, rebounding or 3-point shooting, which you could look at definitely with one of your good passers. 8 teams, 14-man league. Oh, maybe that's how many people are on your bench. I don't know, included. But right call not to start LaMelo. But yeah, I wouldn't make any lineup changes. Good luck, man. 12-team league, probably bad at this first time trying. So he's got LeBron, Jamal Murray, Dylan Brooks, Kawhi, Ibaka, Oubre, Harrell, Gasol, Griffin, and Clarkson. I would obviously start D'Lo over Marcus Gasol if you could somehow make that work. Blake is center eligible, so just move Blake to center. I would not start Marc Gasol. I would start everybody on your bench before I would start Marc Gasol. And follow here, he's got Chris Paul, Oladipo, Richardson, Davis, Robinson, Bridges, Bagley, and Rubio. I would 100% try to get Hayward in that lineup, bench Rubio or Bagley. I think Reddish and Wright could also be more valuable than Bagley as well. Bridges will help you out in steals. Same with Oladipo and Chris Paul and Anthony Davis. He'll help you out. Like, these guys will be great in blocks. You could look to upgrade your 3-point shooting. Oh, definitely, man. That's why I'd probably put Hayward in there to get some shooting. But he did mention he's a small forward one. So that is going to be for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. We reacted to probably about like 40 or 50 teams. I hope you guys kind of got a sense if you have any of the players that were on someone's team and I mentioned something. Just, that's kind of what I would critique. If you're lacking in 3-point shooting and you're great with assists, maybe cut out one of your assist guys and be able to move somebody that's like somebody that'll put up high amount of assists but low in 3 points made, like a De'Aaron Fox or like a Ben Simmons. Look to get maybe more rebounding if you need it. Look to get maybe more defense and blocks and steals. Do you have somebody that can get you double-doubles every night, but you have really good 3-point shooting? Maybe trade away, I don't know, Steph Curry. Steph could get some double-doubles, but if you can afford to trade Steph Curry because you have great 3-point shooters, maybe look for somebody like I don't know, that will get you double-doubles every night. Maybe like a Ben Simmons or maybe like a Joel Embiid or something like that. But yeah, that is going to be for me. Thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you guys enjoy. I really apologize if I did not get to your team. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to react to 874 different teams. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to everybody that replied. It means a lot. I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.